All right, let's get him on the air here. Eddie Johnson. Eddie Johnson, longtime color analyst for the Phoenix Suns, longtime player in the NBA, played in numerous seasons. Rockets, Pacers, Sonics, Suns, Sacktown, played all Kansas City. What's up, Eddie? What's going on, man?
You missed one team, though.
I missed the Kansas City Royal Chicago. You played for Chicago?
No, you still missed it. I'm giving you a test this morning.
Let me see. Charlotte Hornets.
You got that.
Charlotte Hornets.
Eddie, are you pulling your sticks out right now?
Ever?
Are you pulling?
I just put them in my car.
Oh, nice.
So who you playing today? Whose money are you taking?
Olympiacos is where I played as well, over in Greece.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah. Overseas.
So let me ask you this, Eddie. You've been all over, ripping the Warriors for the last couple of years. It's quite a great shtick that you got going. What's going on with your Phoenix Suns? Is Chris Paul cooked, or is that an overreaction?
Is Draymond Green cooked?
Nah, Draymond Green had a pretty damn good second half against the Nuggets, and he played well against Sac. Oh, we'll break it up. The reception. We got to get Eddie. I love that retort. Is Draymond Green cooked? It's going to be one of them days. Steve Kerr, though. Steve Kerr was really right over the transition defense. He was not happy about it. All right, we got Eddie back. Eddie, you asked if Draymond Green was cooked?
No, I was being funny.
I know you was.
So was I.
I know.
I was just being. So my point is, when you're a veteran basketball player, the 82-game marathon is something that you try to next. And that's what Chris Paul's doing. Chris Paul's fine. Chris Paul, the first few years he's been here, he's just come out and he's tried to get guys confidence. He's not looking to shoot the ball a lot. And I think when you don't, it kind of throws you out of rhythm. So we're not worried about Chris Paul. Chris Paul's gotten himself in great shape again this year. But, what have you all guys criticized about him at the end of the season? That he got worn down?
Well, he always does.
Well, no, he didn't get worn down. He's had injuries. He's had freaky injuries during the course of his career, but not worn down. But over the last 2 years, I think teams have done some things to him. The Suns tried to win 70 games last year, pushed himself a lot, played a lot of minutes. At 37 years old, you can't do that. And I think he understands that now. And I think he's going to just try to gradually get himself right into rhythm. And fortunately for him, he's on a team that can go win games, and he doesn't have to put up insane numbers like he did last year at times. So that's where we are with Chris. So, I know it's hope there in the Golden State area that that's the case, but it's not.
Nah, I mean, Eddie, look, you guys won 64 games last year. The most in franchise history. We were looking forward to a Western Conference final between the Phoenix Suns and the Golden State Warriors. Didn't happen because Luka came to town and shut it down in the Game 7 down there in Phoenix. So how's the fans? How's the buzz?
Luka came to town and Ja Morant left town.
Oh, we'll see. You know what, Eddie? That's my problem with the series. Because when Ja got hurt, a lot of talking heads say, well, the Memphis Grizzlies are a lot better without Ja. They play a lot better without Ja Morant.
Yeah, right. Well, you all knew that wasn't the case, and you were totally ecstatic about it.
You guys lost to Dallas in one of the most embarrassing Game 7s of all time. I mean, Mr. Triple Single didn't even show up. He does what he always does in the playoffs.
Well, I'm not going to even get into the reasons why they were sluggish and they lost. But I think it was pretty obvious. But we're not going to go for excuses. Okay, it's just life is what it is, and that what affected that entire team pretty much. Caused that sluggishness to happen. But again, that's something we've dealt with over the last few years, so I'm not going to harp on that. But we'll see. They ran into a buzzsaw, and then they ran into some issues personally, obviously, that cost them. No way the Suns are going to be there on 30 against the Dallas Mavericks. Okay, at halftime. If it's an even board, it's not happening.
Well, it did happen, Eddie. It did happen, and we didn't see it in the Western Conference Finals. And the excuses did come out 2 weeks after that series.
Well, again, like I said, If they're right physically, that does not happen. That's all I can tell you. And like I said, I'm not trying to look totally for excuses, but I laid it out there.
Eddie, I
you can
appreciate
take it for what it was. Okay? You can take it for what it was. It affects at least 6 to 8 players on your team. All right? You can take it for what it was. All right? So that's the case. Sort of like John and Jaren Jackson gets injured in the series and you all able to beat them.
Oh,
well,
man.
then what was Boston's excuse? Like, seriously, they were up 2-1.
No, that's true. That's true. Boston's excuse is Jaylen Brown thought he was Curly Neal.
I mean, Eddie, at what point are you going to give the Warriors a little bit of credit?
Think about what the Warriors did last year, Eddie. Think about what the Warriors did. They went to the postseason with a lot of unknowns. Well, Steph had missed 36 games.
You want me to give them credit? I'll give them credit for you all.
All right.
I think what they did was tremendous. I think, they handled what they had to handle. As I said, it's unfortunate that certain teams can suffer through things. It wasn't like the Warriors didn't have their issues. I mean, Clay wasn't 100%, probably still not 100%. They did have to rely on other guys. Jordan Poole played tremendously well. So, you notice, I've never said anything about the Warriors personally. I think, they're a champion. And what they did was great. That's 4 times in 8 years. So you can't fault that. And so we'll see this year. See, the thing is, people want to keep grabbing on to what happened last year. As an athlete, you just can't. Like you have a forgetful gene. Like when I get off this show today, I'm gonna forget you. It's just, we don't worry about what happened in the past. I don't have a rear view mirror on life. I'm looking straight ahead, man.
Hey.
And right now, we feel good about what we have. Yes, we'd like to have the Jay Crowder situation straightened out, but, so be it. It'll happen when
ownership squared away.
Yeah, but please don't ask me the question about DeAndre Ayton having a problem with Bonnie Williams.
Oh, no. Well, Ayton's playing well.
You guys just had a guy that punched the guy.
Yeah, well,
what did you think of that?
Right,
Eddie, what did you think of that when you saw the video?
You didn't see his tweets?
I just want to hear from the audience.
Yeah, all right.
What did you think?
What did I think what Draymond did?
Yeah.
I think it was Bush League. I would never, and look, and that's me, and I like Draymond. Okay, so I'm very honest. I think you guys should know that.
Yep.
I thought it was Bush League. It's one thing to hit a stranger, one thing to hit an opponent, but it's another thing to hit a teammate. And for me, yeah, Jordan Poole's going to get out there and he's going to do his business, and he should. That's what he's getting paid to do. And I would have done the same thing. Well, I'd never trust him again.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
And that's and like I said, Draymond is a good dude. I mean, he does so many great things. I don't care. I had that in the back of my mind. And every time I walk past him, and every time he's got his back turned to me, I want him thinking that I might just snap him and knock him, what, out of here. and that's just me. I'm from Chicago. That's just how I think.
No doubt.
Draymond probably thinks the same way if somebody did that to him. So, I thought it was Bush League, without a doubt. You don't hit a teammate like that. And so I'll always say that. But then again, they're both professionals, and they both will get it done. And Draymond will continue to try to make amends for it. And he'll do a good job in doing it, but I don't think Poole is going to be 100% in. Does he trust him anymore?
Yeah, it's tough to get over something like that. I mean, if somebody verbally assaulted me, I couldn't get over that, let alone physically harming me. That'd be tough to get over. I'm not going to lie about that, Eddie. Eddie Johnson here. We got to let you go in a second, but, is this the last... I guess, is the window starting to close on his son's run here? Because Chris Paul is getting older. Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson are nice wings, but you mentioned the Dre Crowder situation. He's not around. Devin Booker is a star. But it feels like as the Warriors' window is wide open to win more championships, that Suns' window is cracked. Not yet closed, but it's cracked. Don't you feel the same way, Eddie?
No, not at all. But how did I feel that way when Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson in the 20s? When Devin Booker's in his 20s. DeAndre Ayton's 24 years old. What are you talking about? The Suns are just as young as you all are. By the fact, you all are old.
Yeah, but we're champs.
And they still have Steph Curry, Klay Thompson. You guys...
That that wasn't the question. The question was, is the window closed? No, your window's closed.
No, not even close, Eddie. Not even close.
Hey, Eddie, we're up against it.
Look, Steph Curry's 33.
Yeah, and he's still playing at an MVP level, Eddie.
But the window's closing. That's the point.
Hey, the window's half cracked for the Warriors. We're getting a nice little breeze into that window, Eddie.
You need to take that question back, man.
Hey, Eddie. Hey, you're not getting no air from that window in Phoenix, man.
Eddie.
Window's closing.
You need to reconstruct that question. That was not a good question. The Warriors' window is closing, man. They have 3 guys north of 30. Okay? I mean, their window's closing. Unless you think Kuminga and Poole is going to turn into Draymond and Steph.
Well, no, Wiseman. Wiseman looks great, and so does Jordan Poole. That's why they gave him the money.
He's gonna turn into Will Chamberlain. Okay,
Eddie, that window's wide open for the Warriors. You know what time it is.
Tuesday, January 10th. You guys come to town. Me and you in the morning. I'll take you out golfing. Bring your sticks. Bring a lot of cash. All right.
But that's fine. Like, you ain't intimidating nobody. I'll talk you out your game.
Oh, damn.
I love you.
Hey, Eddie, go out there and shoot some good golf, man. We'll see you on the tube tonight.
No
good
pickups.
luck tonight, man.
All right, guys. Take care.
All right, Eddie Johnson, longtime NBA player. Punky on the golf course. He probably will, Punky.